What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about some preseason football. This is the last week of preseason, and then hey, we're regular season. So I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. That's why I'm getting this video out early for the Thursday slate. We have two games on Thursday. We got a few games on Friday, and then the big old slate on Saturday. That's going to be a barn burner, and then we're here. Cowboys. I'm watching the documentary now, America's Team, the gambler and his Cowboys. Yeah, September 4th. I can't wait. I'm off work. I took it off. Yeah, am I gonna watch the Cowboys get smacked? Probably. But as a fan, you still have to kind of watch because especially it's the first game. But we're here to talk about preseason. We're not ready for regular season just yet. We got some time before that. So Steelers and Panthers. Steelers are 4.5 point favorites, 36 over and under, and then the Giants are big favorites, 6.5 point favorites, 38 over and under. Before we begin though, this is the website. Definitely check it out. This is my player pool. I'll post this pretty soon. But the main guys I'm kind of looking at, and yeah, we're here. So hit the like button for me before we start. Subscribe. That helps me when I turn y'all know with the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. Leave a comment, a nice one, please. Um, if you enjoyed this video. So let's start it off with the Steelers. So Aaron Rodgers, the starters are not expected to play. So keep that in mind. If we're looking at the last game, just going off the last game, Mason Rudolph saw a drive or two. Logan Woodside was mop up duty and looked terrible. And then you had Skylar Thompson, who is the cover boy in the article. I'm all in on Skylar Thompson. I like him a ton. Um, I think he can. I think he can destroy this Carolina Panthers defense. Um, I mean, the Texans destroyed them 20-3. It has not been a good preseason for the Panthers, to say the least. So I'm in on Skylar Thompson. I'm not really going to Mason Rudolph and Logan Woodside. Would you need to watch the news on um never mind, he's already rolled out. Yeah, fractured a bone, and so he's gonna miss the entire yeah. So he's out. Will Howard. Running back wise, I'm going right to the well with Caleb Johnson, the bulldozer back. 11 times for 50 yards. That's what we like to see. I do like that. I'm not really getting to much of Kenneth Gainwell either. If we look back kind of on the game, it was mainly Caleb Johnson who was running. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell, yeah, I saw a couple runs. Lou Nichols saw three for 42. Um, does he get that production once again? I mean, I'm just going to Caleb Johnson personally. Receiver room, this receiver room is pretty short-handed. No DK, obviously. Calvin Austin's dealing with the injury. He's not going to play. Robert Woods is a vet. He's not going to play. And then we're down here with Ben Skoranek, who's questionable as well. We need to watch the news and see what's going on with that. So yeah, Scotty Miller. He's going to be one of the main dudes. Roman Wilson, which Roman Wilson allegedly needs the work. So Aaron Rodgers is telling him that he needs to get out of his head. So Brandon Johnson, I'm going to go to. Rock Taylor, they released, surprisingly. And Rock Taylor's coming off literally a five target game, 3 for 39. Saw three receptions in the first game as well. So yeah, McCutcheon is going to have to step up. I mean, somebody's going to get a lot of run, especially if Skoranek is out. This group is going to get a lot to run, and I'm all for it with my Skylar Thompson stacks. And then going to tight end, Galbraith has looked okay so far in preseason. If we look back on his 2 for 17, the three targets, he's a viable tight end. I remember Darnell Washington getting that TD in week one of the preseason. Goodness, that was wild. Um, but yeah, you just need your tight end not to score zero. We'll take anything after a zero. I'll take 2 points. I mean, I'll take one reception for 1 yard at that point. I mean, it's better than a zero. So Carolina, this is the team that's kind of tough to get to. I'm not going to Jake Plummer. Plummer has looked terrible, but he's looked awful. So 10 for 14, 83 yards, two interceptions. So Andy Dalton went 2 for 4, but he's dealing with the injury. Um, I'm not expecting him to play because they signed Bryce Perkins, the UFL MVP. So I might be playing some Bryce Perkins to say the least. I don't like Jake Plummer, so Perkins is a viable target. I mean, he's a viable option. You can't you what I mean, what can go wrong? So running back wise, oh, the Panthers starters are going to be out by the way, so keep that in mind. ETN though, I like him as a running back. I don't mind going to Lynch Adams as well. I'm not really getting to much of Blackshear. It's mainly just ETN and Lynch Adams for me. Receivers wise, it's kind of a mixed bag. Bryson Tremaine had a big game last game. Jimmy Horn though, I still like going to as a downfield threat. Not really much else I really want to focus on. Tight end wise, Jahe or I'm not really getting to Sanders. Not really getting to Mitchell either. Um, it's kind of gross that I'm mainly just getting to the running game, but even that's sporadic. That's kind of hard to trust as well. This Panthers team is disgusting. Um, Hopefully the regular season is better. But I'm not really getting to much like so much of Carolina. If you want to play Carolina to be different, I understand it because ownership's not going to be there on them. That's just not. It's going to be on the Steelers, I think, in that second game. So. Going to New England, stars are expected to play. So Joshua Dobbs, though, would be the guy I would go to in this quarterback room. I'm not really getting to Woodridge. I'd much rather just go to Joshua Dobbs, who looked okay last game, 11 for 16 and 106 on a TD. Woodridge went 7 for 13, 55 yards. And Drake May looked good on 4 for 7 for 46 yards. So the running back room is what we need to talk about. Because last game, let's pull this up. So if we're looking at the Commanders game, the first game, um, Terrell Jennings 6 for 19 with a TD. Henderson went 1 for 18. So if we look back though, in this game there was no Terrell Jennings. Shane Watts 10 for 15, Hasty 11 for 47. So what are we doing in this running back room? Are we trusting Henderson? Because I mean he's a TD machine at this point. So and what is Terrell Jennings going to play? Or is it going to be Hastings and Wasting or Hastings and Watts? So this running back room is a mixed bag, man. I don't know what to trust. I don't know what variable is going to do because again, it's a flip or flop. Jennings 6 for 9. I mean, I don't know what to do with this running back room, so it's kind of hard to trust because one of these guys is going to go off. One of these guys is going to go off. Is it Henderson in the special teams as well, a category? Because he's been balling out. So it's 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 hard to guess at this point right now. It's hard to guess with this receiver room as well, with a bunch of injuries. If all of this checks out, I mean, Baker's going to be the guy. Somebody's going to have to get run. So I'm looking at Javon Baker. Um, yeah, Chisholm went off last game, so if he's ready to go, he's going to be the guy. Um, 6 for 71, 6 for 50 with a TD. He's going to be the guy. Webb went 2 for 41. So I don't know. I don't know because yeah, I mean, Terrell Jennings, yeah, saw a target. Kyle Williams saw 4 targets and 0 points, and he's injured. So he's gonna have to, I mean, somebody's gonna have to step up and play. I like Williams if he's in. I like Chisholm if he's in. I like Baker if he's in. I like Webb even. I like a lot of this receiver room because somebody's gonna have to see targets. And then I like Jaheim Bell going to the tight end room here. Let's go to the Giants. So stars are expected to play, but Jackson Dart, I'm liking. I'm gonna get to some of Dart. Yes, it's a busy quarterback room, but again, he's been the good guy the guy that's looked great. Running back, it's a short room. Dante Miller, he's getting it done in the receiving aspect as well. 4 targets for 43 yards. Scotabo is questionable. We need to watch the news on that. Um, because that might be some Jonathan Ward also, who just signed about 2 weeks ago. So receiver room, this is a lot of receivers. Um, Maybe some of Collins, maybe some of Haskell, maybe some Little Jordan Humphrey. Um, I'm mainly just looking at the running backs and then tight end, Thomas Fidone, the Nebraska product. I like him. Throw him in the player pool at tight end. So, but yeah, this is the 2 game slate. Again, I'm getting this out early before a lot of news has broke out. So things are subject to change, of course. Just like the situation last night with Brian Robertson, who was out. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, this is the video for us for Friday. Again, thank you for tuning in. It's a great and safe rest of the day, everybody. Have a good one.